Now to the courts, where the media can always find arresting stories and plenty of action.
Get your cameras off, and I got my niece and shit. I don't need these cameras on me, dog.
There have been chaotic scenes outside the Adelaide Youth Court.
Sorry, I tripped.
Oh,
Sorry.
If human interest and drama is what you're after, the courts are where to find it. And not just on TV. The tabloids, in print and online, have made court cases and the sometimes colourful characters involved into an art form. Remember this story in the Townsville Bulletin last year?
Townsville's 10 hottest criminals of 2020.
And what about this story from the Courier-Mail last month, digging into the privileged lives of some offenders?
How 12 ex-private school students traded classrooms for courtrooms.
Or this one, a fortnight ago, profiling crims who've crashed out of social media.
Influencers go from Insta fame to legal pain.
Shaming petty criminals who happen to be hot on Instagram or went to a private school is good business for the tabloids. But what's the actual value in publishing lists of people who haven't yet been convicted, as News Corp has recently taken to doing in listicles like this?
Everybody appearing at Melbourne Magistrates Court Wednesday, August 4th.
And it's not just in Melbourne. There are appearance lists for courts in Brisbane, Sydney, Hobart, Adelaide and Darwin, along with a host of much smaller regional centres right around the country, with the Townsville Bulletin promoting the Ingham list like this.
See who made the Ingham allegedly naughty list.
It's kind of weird. So why are they doing it? Well, you may remember that age-old rule that crime pays if you're trying to sell papers or sign up subscribers. And it seems these lists are lucrative. Back in 2012, the former Herald Sun editor Simon Pristall told Media Watch.
We've done a lot of research in this space, and clearly football, crime and breaking news are the areas that people come to the Herald Sun website for.
And it seems they're still doing so. News Corp insiders say the court lists have led to new subscriptions. And one local court told us they've fielded calls from angry people who thought they needed to buy a subscription just to check their court date. But the lists are also cheap and easy. We're told a division of news, Data Local, scrapes the information from court records and spits out the articles onto each website. And with News Corp launching a host of new online-only mastheads, some with a single journalist, this hyper-local content gets readers clicking with next to no effort or cost. But ask yourself this, is it really okay to out people as would-be criminals when they've not been found guilty and may just be up on a traffic offence? The company claims its lists, which are otherwise publicly available, are part of its commitment to public interest journalism. But Media Watch understands that judges in at least one jurisdiction have raised concerns. And in March, Legal Aid New South Wales told the state's Law Reform Commission that the naming and shaming was deeply concerning.
It undermines the presumption of innocence of those appearing in criminal courts and may stigmatise the individual concerned. It may have lifelong consequences for those who are charged with a criminal offence, including those whose matters are withdrawn, dismissed or dealt with without conviction.
What sort of consequences might there be? Well, try going for a job when the top Google result on your name has you appearing in court, as Katie Atchison, CEO of the Queensland-based Youth Advocacy Centre, told us.
Since many employers now do an online search in relation to potential employees, these lists can no doubt prove to be problematic. The community wants people to turn their lives around, but then we put barriers in the way which make this more difficult to achieve.
Atchison was particularly concerned about those up on trivial charges and those from regional areas where the stigma is harder to shake. Interestingly, News Corp now runs this disclosure above each story.
The list is a public record of people appearing before the relevant court, and there is no suggestion whatsoever of any wrongdoing by anyone named in these lists.
No suggestion whatsoever? And is it really public interest journalism, as News Corp maintains? We spoke to a number of legal academics and senior journalists who firmly believe it isn't. In a statement, News Corp told us,
the material contained in court lists is published by the courts themselves and are public documents. Their publication is entirely legitimate and reflects the media's role in helping ensure our justice system is open and transparent. No detail is provided on charges, and we delete the list after 12 months.
That's good to hear, but for some, the damage may have already been done.